Hey, breaking news, guys. Trump almost got shot again for like the third, fourth, fifth time. Pretty crazy. I heard it was breaking news. I haven't really fully know the full situation, but I'm excited to learn with y'all. Go over it. I'm pretty sure LOG has heard more about it than me, and a lot of my friends and family have also asked about it, but we're busy enjoying our weekend to really care. But it's a big historical event. Shooting in the White House. This is definitely going to go down in history. I'm excited to see how this plays out. LOG, we're good. Everything working? Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Let me check the live too. Bear with us, guys.
See what's up now. Should have
Smash
fixed
that
it.
like button.
Check. Let me get it up to live on my thing. Oh, it's a little behind.
I hear it. Everything's good on my end on the phone. So
Mine sounds. You got
I
audio
think
on me
you're
too.
good.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, I'm on
Cool,
my
cool.
phone and it seems to be good.
Okay, so y'all missed my little intro. It's all good. I was just saying, if you know what happened, there was a gunman at the Correspondents dinner, and we're gonna cover it all. So I wasn't saying anything too crazy. Let's jump into it though. What have you heard so far, if anything? Nothing really.
We don't know.
Just that he got shot.
I was actually watching the Nuggets Timberwolves game, kind of watching at it, and I was on my phone too, and I saw that it happened on social media, and then the broadcaster at the game or on the game on TV kept saying there might be an interruption from the news. If there is, then you can continue watching the game on such and such. And I was like, wow, are they really gonna interrupt the game for the Trump press conference? And they indeed did. So that was kind of an interesting thing of if you're watching the game on ABC.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, you missed a big chunk of the game. So
That's why tickets, in-person games, are more valuable than on the internet or whatever.
yeah, and if you have multiple channels or I think if you're streaming, you're probably good. It was just if you're watching it on ABC type shit. But let's watch what they say, and then we'll watch. We'll try to get a few.
Because they don't stop the games, right?
Fuck no, they don't stop the game.
It's gonna keep going, yeah.
I wanted to actually watch what Trump said for a little bit, so I watched him for 20 minutes, and then I was kind of done with it, so I was able to find another way to actually watch the game. But some people might have not been so lucky,
Yeah.
So let's see.
That's funny.
There's some other press conferences and stuff too that I saw Myron and his brother react to, so I might try to find those too after this one.
Know the motive of the gunman at this hour, but we do know a man charged a security checkpoint at the Hilton where the White House Correspondents' dinner was taking place.
Whoa.
You see the video on your screen.
Oh shit! Boy was running like the Flash.
And he was charging toward a room full of journalists, politicians, and the President of the United States. Inside that room, because this has become so common in America, you have people that are multiple time victims of political violence. Erica Kirk was in the room. People saw her in tears. Steve Scalise was a table away from me. That's the reason I'm wearing a tuxedo here as well. He was a victim of political violence. And then, of course, you have the president himself. That is the context for what we're talking about tonight. And we also know more about the specifics on the gunman himself. Matt, you've been looking into that.
We do have a name right now, Tony. It is Cole Thomas Allen, 31, from Torrance, California, just south of Los Angeles. Our understanding so far is that he has no known criminal record. We don't know much more other than the pictures we are now seeing of him being taken down, hands shackled behind him, zipped.
Yeah.
Tied face down. We do know that he brought at least 2 weapons in, a shotgun and a handgun. He was able to fire.
I am so surprised they didn't shoot his ass. I think there were shots heard, I believe, so I wonder if they were fired by him or someone else, or I did see a press conference, I think. Go ahead.
Did he get shot? Why is he unharmed?
I don't know. It's weird. And I saw at a press conference with... It was Cash Patel. We're going to watch it, but it was the main one right after with Trump, Cash Patel, and the one other guy. The other guy, they asked him if this gunman ended up getting any shots off, and he said he didn't know, and it was unsure at this point. So we'll watch any other reports and see if they were able to confirm or deny that and other stuff, following this.
Some of them, as you saw him sprint through that security cordon towards that room that was closed off, sealed, as the president had just said, with many, many hundreds of journalists, VIPs, and politicians inside. We don't have a motive, but we don't exactly know what his target was at this moment.
We don't have a moment.
Again, if you have not been watching this happened tonight, maybe 2 hours ago. This is breaking news, brand new. So there's little facts at this point, but we're just here to cover what they do know, speculate, and that kind of stuff.
I have the context, and I'll give you another note on the context here. There's the pattern of political violence with other politicians.
All right, I'm done with you.
Fuck your political violence.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no shit. We've been killing people overseas too.
Yeah. There was one that Myron and his brother again, Riyadh, were watching that. I think it was like local authorities. Dude, they always have the best. I think it was this one. Let's watch the. Do you want to watch this
I don't
one?
want to watch all of it, but I'm not seeing part.
Huh?
Just, show parts of it. Show parts
Well,
of
this
it.
one's 13 minutes with the DC mayor and police, and then there's the big one with Trump that he took over live TV, like national TV with. Which one do you want to cover, or just a little bit of both?
We can, a little bit of both. Maybe more of the second one.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
We're here to
Ugh. Gross.
provide you. Took
Is
place
that because
tonight
of your audio or because?
at the Washington Hilton.
Nah, because, let's see.
Much. That was.
Nah, it's their audio.
At the site,
Jesus. Let's cut it. Go ahead.
as you
Press is way too.
Exchanged gunfire with.
Dude.
Thank you. My name is Sean Kern. I'm the director of the
Alright, this is unwatchable. Y'all need to fix y'all's shit. One more chance, and then we're moving on.
To believe that there will be security concerns at those events. Are there preparations being made locally to protect those attendees?
Yeah, absolutely not. So we have no indication. This is an isolated incident with one individual is the information that we do have. However, we do have additional officers.
We have too many mics up here. That's what they're doing. Y'all are fucked. Let's just watch the main one.
Yeah.
very
Trump
unexpected,
Bear.
but incredibly acted upon by Secret Service and law enforcement. And this was an event dedicated to freedom of speech that was supposed to bring together members of both parties with members of the press. And in a certain way it did, because the fact that they just unified, I saw a room that was just totally unified. It was in one way very beautiful, a very beautiful thing to see. A man charged a security checkpoint armed with multiple weapons, and he was taken down by some very brave members of Secret Service, and they acted very quickly and have just released, for purposes of transparency, clarity, I've ordered it to be put out. You probably have it by now. Put out on Truth and put out on many other platforms. A tape showing the violence of this thug that attacked our Constitution, and also showing how quickly Secret Service.
He attacked our Constitution. No, he's trying to attack you.
And law enforcement acted on our country's behalf. Really did a great job. One officer was shot, but saved by.
What's up?
You think he was really trying? You think he was really trying to kill Trump? You think he was trying to make a statement? The shooter.
Trying to make a statement. What?
You think he was really trying to kill Trump, or you think he was really trying to make a statement?
I mean, I don't think this thing is genuine, but what would the statement
So
be?
you think it's fake?
That's my first. That's.
Anybody.
Go ahead.
Anybody can just kill anybody, especially the president.
Yeah.
Right.
So what statement do you think he was trying to make, though?
Or like you aren't really safe in the White House, or
Okay.
that
Yeah.
was a threat.
Huh. Yeah.
Think someone sent him there as a threat. How did he get in the White House so easily?
This isn't at the White House
Netherlands?
though. That's the other thing I wanted to let you know. I was looking into it. So Trump rushed off stage after shots fired at White House Correspondents' dinner. I knew this because I watched like maybe 5 minutes, if that, of Myron and Riyadh stream. Shout out to both of them. But they were saying it's at the Hilton, the Washington Hilton, so it's a nearby hotel. And Riyadh, Myron's brother, was saying Trump might use this as fuel to help get his way with that big ballroom. And he does mention it in this video right here that we're watching, this big speech, this press conference right after. He does mention the ballroom and how it's going to be reinforced and bulletproof this and super safe that, blah, blah, blah. So Riyadh might be right on point that Trump is going to, and the Washington Hotel is like, the Washington Hilton is, I was going to look up where it is exactly because I didn't know compared to like the White House. So
We gotta protect our president.
yeah, so it's a few blocks away. You know, maybe like within 5 minutes, I would guess, 5-10 minutes tops. But yeah, so it's not actually at the White House, but it is close by. So I don't know, you know, what everyone thinks about that or whatnot. But yeah, these kind of real big events where Trump and a bunch of the high people that should probably be at the White House anyway. But you know, I don't know if there's room, and that again, that might be, you know, fuel for the fire for him to build the ballroom. But that's like pebbles. I'm pretty sure there's going to be other like things that they're going to be able to push with this motive.
By the fact that
okay,
What's up?
like more money for their spending or
Like safety things or more measures against guns or this guy was a terrorist or there's going to be some spin off of this. It's not going to be we need the ballroom more. That's going to be like a little thing maybe, but there's going to be some narrative that comes from this. I would be willing to bet, you know, a pretty big
See, I never saw it like that, so that's a good point.
What do you mean?
Like I didn't think of it like, oh, they're gonna use it.
Oh yeah, they
to,
will.
like,
I mean, I could be wrong, but it's like you come on.
Yeah, you never know.
he was wearing obviously a very good bulletproof vest. He was shot from very close distance with a very powerful gun, and the vest did the job.
Oh, so they shot
I just spoke.
him.
No, he's talking about we can go back, but he's talking about a law enforcement guy that was shot.
On many other platforms.
Top of the
The
line.
tape showing the
bulletproof
Yeah.
vest. I mean, the stock market for whoever made that bulletproof vest went up.
violence of this thug that attacked our Constitution, and also showing how quickly Secret Service and law enforcement acted on our country's behalf. Really did a great job. One officer was shot, but saved by the fact that he was wearing obviously a very good bulletproof vest. He was shot from very close distance with a very powerful gun, and the vest did the job. I just spoke to the officer, and he's doing great. He's great shape.
The vest did a very good job.
He is has very high spirits, and we told him we love him and respect him, and he's a very proud guy. He's very proud of what he does, Secret Service agent, and we looked at all of the conditions that took place tonight, and I will say, you know, it's not a particularly secure building, and I didn't want to say this, but this is why we have to have all of the attributes of what we're planning at the White House. It's actually a larger room, and it's much more secure. It's drone-proof, it's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom. That's why Secret Service, that's why the military are demanding it.
See, the ballroom.
They've wanted the ballroom for 150 years for lots of different reasons, but today's a little bit different because today we need levels of security that probably nobody's ever seen before. But everyone owes a tremendous debt of gratitude to the courage of law enforcement, the law enforcement, and
All right,
working
so I have a
with
thing to say.
the D.C. police.
What's up?
I do agree that we should definitely have a better place for our president host events, because we've had way too many United States assassinations throughout history.
Yeah,
Start
but
with
he's
Abraham
had big
Lincoln.
events at the White House, and he's been fine. Why did he even go to this thing away from the White House? Why did they host this thing and not? Why didn't they host this thing at the White House? They've had big events at the White House too. It's
Yeah, I
weird.
guess so. Well, I don't think the White House is made to fit this many people. Or like,
I don't know.
I'm sure even the
It
White
could be
House would
maybe,
have
I don't know,
like,
but here's the thing: the security still worked. It's not like he got into that room, you know. So it'd be different if he got in the room and killed a reporter or killed a politician or something. It's like he pretty much failed. So, you know, there's that.
so security's pretty good.
I mean,
You'd
you
say.
know, for a one crazy retard, yeah. I would say that's bare
sure.
minimum though. If the president goes to a hotel and's hosting a conference and there's some idiot that just runs in there with no plan and we can't stop him, then we're fucked. You know?
For sure, for sure.
I
He didn't even
mean-
get close to him, right?
No, and he shouldn't. I mean, one dude
That's a
with
good point. That's a really
you
good
know.
point.
So,
He had multiple weapons on him, sir.
well, we don't know what all he had, but the main weapon they're saying was a shotgun, and they said he had more than one, but I don't think he had. We'll see. I think
I
from
mean,
what
what
I'm.
was his plan? Like he was,
Yeah.
he thought he was going in the Rambo style.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's
I mean,
like,
did he have a bulletproof vest on? Like, how did they stop him?
I don't know.
Get down.
We should watch the
down
one
the
with the DC
ground.
mayor if we can find one that's not staticky.
He had something to say.
I mean, they had that little news conference. Maybe they had something if it wasn't staticky. Is this the one we tried to watch? Let's see. This is a little. Let me see. I just know if they. I just want to see if they have any details about like more basic stuff.
We're here to
God, no.
You think they did that on purpose or what? What the fuck?
Man, I don't know. What?
Like they slipped up somewhere.
Ah, man. That's terrible.
There's got to be another version.
This is.
Like, much better. Except the audio's in my left ear and other audio's in my
including
right
the
ear.
United
What's
States
up?
Attorney for the
Whoever uploaded this video put it on the wrong YouTube setting. Because
District
all the
of
audio's coming
Columbia,
out of my left ear.
Oh.
Janine Pirro.
But nah, you're good. You're good.
The Secret Service Director Sean Curran, as well as FBI Field Office Darren Cox. We're here to provide you an update on the incident that took place tonight at 8:36 p.m. at the Washington Hilton at the site of the White House Correspondents' dinner. At about that time, a sole gunman rushed a Secret Service checkpoint in a lobby at the hotel. Secret Service agents stopped the suspect. An agent was injured and transported to a local hospital where the agent is receiving care. The suspect is also transported to a local hospital where he is being evaluated. The president returned safely to the White House, as you know. We are so very thankful to members of law enforcement who did their jobs tonight and made sure that all guests were safe. We have no reason to believe at this time that anyone else was involved. I want to turn to the Chief of the Metropolitan Police Department, Chief Carroll, to provide a law enforcement update and specifics.
How the hell would you know that?
You
at
think
this point?
this speech? You think this speech was AI generated?
No telling. Why?
You think it sounds pretty genuine?
I mean, it sounds pretty generic.
Just real quick to the point, simple. I like
Yeah,
that.
I mean, they just say what they have to say. How do they know
We're
there's
not
no
the
other
best country.
people and there was no other plot? You know, I mean, come on.
I'm sure you
Thank
find
you,
that
Madam
out
Mayor.
real quick.
That's what you have to say right now.
Yeah, he could have been paid to do that shit.
I mean, supposedly he has a apartment in California that they were gonna search. It's like we haven't even searched that, so I don't know anything yet.
We have to get a search warrant.
Which they will, but it's like we'll know a lot more probably tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening, you know?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure people are staying overtime to fucking get this shit solved quick.
Oh,
Get it out to
dude,
the
they're up
public.
right now on Twitter fucking jacking one.
Again, I'm Jeff Carroll, Interim Chief of Police for the Metropolitan Police Department. This afternoon and this evening, members
Right before we got on this live, Myron and his brother were getting on Twitter Space to talk with a bunch of other people about it.
of the United States Secret Service and the Metropolitan Police Department were here at the Washington Hotel for a site detail for the Correspondents Dinner. As the mayor mentioned, at approximately 8:30.
Look at the guy on the far left. He means business. He's got that badge on. You better not mess around with him tonight. He's on edge. Look at him.
Yeah.
That guy's sick, dude. He's going to give someone the evil stare down watch.
Service and the Metropolitan Police Department were here at the Washington Hotel for a site detail for the Correspondents Dinner. As the mayor mentioned, at approximately
Not even the donuts are getting away from him tonight, God damn it.
8:36 tonight, an individual charged a U.S. Secret Service checkpoint here in the lobby area of the hotel. He was armed with a shotgun, a handgun, and multiple knives. As he ran through that checkpoint,
Okay, shotgun, handgun, and knives.
members of law
I
enforcement
mean, that's
from
not
the United
much.
States
Yeah.
That's all.
Secret
If that's
Service
all it took.
intercepted that individual. This is a very preliminary investigation at this point. We do know that law enforcement exchanged gunfire with the individual. We do know that a U.S. Secret Service uniformed division officer was struck in his vest. He was transported to a local hospital for treatment. He seems to be in good spirits at this time. The suspect in this case, he was not struck by gunfire. However, he was transported to a local hospital to be evaluated. Again, we're very early in the investigation. We have members
fuck?
of the United States Secret Service.
How'd they get him without
Imagine
him
me in the hospital. Yeah, that's
getting
what I'm
shot?
saying.
Someone, I guess, tackled the
He
fuck
probably
out of him or
realized real
something.
quick
Huh?
that, and he probably realized real quick he was outgunned.
Yeah.
I feel like bare minimum you need like an AK or some shit.
Service, the
Not
Metropolitan
that I would
Police
have any intentions to do anything like that.
Yeah,
but-
you can't rush the White House or someone heavily guarded with a fucking shotgun. I mean, come on, bro.
And a little pistol. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I mean, if you had grenades, flashbangs, full body
Something.
armor,
Yeah.
maybe, you know,
You're still just one man. But
smoke
yeah.
grenades.
Yeah.
I'm sure they spotted him like way before he even.
Well, he
entered.
ran
They're like,
through,
"What the fuck is this
but
guy
after that,
doing?"
he was a dead man. I'm surprised they didn't shoot his ass.
Yeah, I would have. Like, if I was a cop, I'd fucking start firing. No fuck.
Yeah.
Department and the FBI here to continue to
I'm a hero.
investigate this
I'm a
matter.
hero.
But at this point, it does appear he is a lone actor, a lone gunman. There does not appear to be any sort of danger to the public at this time. However, we are
How the fuck could you possibly know that?
continuing to investigate this matter.
Well, if he had like a
at
gang
this
of people, they'd be right behind him.
Yeah.
point, I will.
Or if he had a
turn it
team.
over.
But
They'd
okay,
figure
let's
out
say
that
he
real
did
quick.
have someone else, or like someone he was coordinating with. That as soon as Trump went to that second thing, they tried to go to that and kill him. It's like, I don't know. The fact that Trump has a, I wonder where his news conference was. I guess it was from the White House. He went back to the headquarters where he's safe instead of the bat signal.
They like ran to him here. Trump, come here. Did you see him?
Oh
We should show
yeah,
that video.
the actual video. Okay, we will.
Hi, good evening. I'm Darren Cox, I'm the Assistant Director in charge of the FBI's Washington Field Office. The American public should be proud of the quick response and heroic actions from law enforcement officers tonight to keep the American public safe. Their actions are absolutely.
Right now, the defendant is being charged with 2 counts, 924C, who do what they do silently, and they do it with courage and with dignity. Thank God for our partners, the FBI, the Secret Service, the Metropolitan Police.
Those other cabinet members.
Globally to protect.
Shout out Cash Patel.
Yep, this is what we plan for every day.
I'm sure there's some gyms here, but you know we could Can't watch all through this. We are gonna watch.
Did you hear him? Wait, did you hear him?
Go back. Wait.
Go back. Like 10 seconds.
That something similar does not happen again.
Sure, I'll toss it to the Secret Service.
Yep, this is what we plan for every day. So we take each and every case and we...
You like that? Oh, look at the black woman, look! She's doing that thing with her tongue! That the chicks do when someone's doing it!
What is she doing?
When someone's... you know that thing that black women do whenever someone's
duck
lying?
face?
No, where they lick their teeth. Whenever someone lies or does something they don't like or they're calling bullshit.
That's like an enemy.
It's like a
that's
tell.
like a rival department.
Well, we practice for this every day. She's like, yeah, I bet. Watch.
Bullshit.
Sure,
I've
I'll
been in
toss
your
it to the Secret
department.
Service.
It's almost like it's like I don't know.
Yep, this is what we plan for every day. So we take each and every case and we evaluate it.
She's like, yeah, look at her face.
She's like, oh, I guess we got a plan for this shit now too.
It's almost like, how long have you been planning for this fake assassination? About every day for the last 2 weeks? Don't telling yourself there, buddy.
Assessments. And that's why
she's like, oh shit, look at her face. It's like Jim from The Office.
And build these sites per what the event is, and that's how we go about our business.
So will there be any changes or added measures given that this did happen?
We're going to have to evaluate this evening.
Thank you.
Chief, I understand. Is there any indication how the suspect got into the hotel? Was it a guest here? Are you searching rooms here?
So preliminary information, we do believe he was a guest here at the hotel. We have secured a room here in the hotel. And again, we'll go through the appropriate procedures to determine what was inside there. But that is secure. At this point, like I said, we believe he is the only suspect in this case.
Okay, to jump on that question, I understand the multi-approach to security, but to walk in with a weapon of that caliber.
Okay.
And we just spoke with the mayor, and when we're finished, the police chief is going to take over and discuss it also from
That's what we were just watching.
Their viewpoint. But they also performed exactly as they were supposed to, and you see the attacker in different positions, but you also see the attacker totally subdued.
Oh, you want to see Trump? You can hear the gunfire right there. Look at all the people moving and hear it, and Trump doesn't hear it. Look at him. You see that? Dude, he's totally oblivious.
He's not giving a fuck.
And not that he didn't give a fuck, he just didn't know for a long time. That was a little weird. He was totally oblivious till like the last minute. Okay.
And under control. So as you know, this is not the first time in the past couple of years that our republic has been attacked by a would-be assassin who sought to kill. In Butler, Pennsylvania, less than 2 years ago. You all know that story. And in Palm Beach, Florida, a few months after that, we came close. We really had, again, we had some great work done by law enforcement. But in light of this evening,
it's so great they never found out if those those two other potential assassins, they never found out if they were working alone, if they were paid by a foreign government, or if there was any commonality between the two of them. There was never any follow-up investigation on either one of those, so I don't know if they really did a good investigation or not. Do you?
I don't know. I don't really know what's going on anymore.
I would say not. Because and in fact, I think it was 6 months to a year ago. Ted Cruz was on Tucker Carlson's podcast, and Ted Cruz kept saying, "Oh, Iran's trying to kill our president. They tried to kill our president." And Tucker Carlson was like, "Hold on a minute. Like, if you're gonna say that they've done that, like, what are you talking about? Are you insinuating that they've like paid assassins to kill Trump? Like, if that's true, and one of the people that tried to kill him was paid by Iran, and you know about like where do you know about evidence that supports that? Or are you just saying that?" And he's like, "Well, hold on a minute, Tucker. Don't try to." And Tucker was like, "Well, no, this is important. If you're gonna say that, like, are y'all investigating that, or are you just like saying shit?" And when he pressed him, basically Ted Cruz had nothing, so he was just saying shit. In other words, but it's like, to that point, there should be an investigation, right? It's
For
weird.
sure.
These events, I asked
Don't worry, Cash Patel's on it. Look at him with his cute little bow tie.
I thought he was getting fired.
I thought he was too. That's what I was hearing. But he's actually going to talk here in a second. So this is going to be the main video that we kind of break down and give commentary around. So we're going to watch a good chunk of this. But
commit with their hearts and resolving our difference peacefully. We have to resolve our differences. I will say, you had Republicans, Democrats, independents, conservatives, liberals, and progressives. Those words are interchangeable, perhaps, but maybe they're not. But yet everybody in that room, big crowd, record-setting crowd. There was a record-setting group of people. And there was a tremendous amount of love and coming together. I watched, and I was very, very impressed by that. But we were, First Lady and I were taken very well care of very quickly, rushed off the stage. Vice President J.D. Vance, who's here, was likewise beautifully done. He was just saying how quickly everybody acted, law enforcement, Secret Service in particular in this case, but law enforcement. Marco had the same thing. Pete was there. Pete didn't want any help. He didn't want anybody to help.
Pete didn't want any help. That's crooked, right?
Yeah.
You know who Pete Hegseth is?
No.
Oh, he's the war guy. Oh man, we should. Yeah. I don't know. It's almost too much to fill you in on, but he's crooked.
He doesn't want anybody to help him, but he did get some, didn't you? And I think you also said that it was very impressive.
Putting him in his place.
So
you didn't want any, but you got some, didn't you? Pete Hegseth's kind of like the running joke about him is that he pretty much like thinks he's a badass.
Well, with that, I'd like to ask Todd Blanche to come up, say a few words, and tell you it's already
Trump's, fucking on it.
He's the Secretary of War. So he's like involved with all the Iran shit and like what's going on with that and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they used to call it the Department of Peace, and now it's the Department of War. So it's a little weird.
Oof.
Yeah, did you know about that?
Making a statement with that one.
I know, right?
Underway, the man has been captured.
In 2026.
Huh?
No peace in 2026. He should have said that in his campaign.
Yeah, for real. Department of War. It's like, whoa, Dad, it's a little crooked. And on SNL, they make fun of Hegseth. They always depict him either being like drunk or like kind of like coked up. They don't make coke references, but it's like they make energy drink references. And like one time he like drinks an energy drink and he walks out and like slams it. Or I think it's a Four Loko. He's like, "Oh, it's a Four Loko." He's like, "Don't worry, non-alc." That's like, yeah, right. I mean, they just, you know, how SNL does it, but he's kind of unhinged too in real life. But anyway,
they're going to his apartment. I guess he lives in California, and he's a sick person, a very sick person, and we don't want things like this to happen. I think it's very important that I say, though, and I told the representatives of the evening, they did such a beautiful job. It was such a beautiful evening. And again, they're talking about free speech in our Constitution. That's what it's all about, not just White House correspondence. It was really based on free speech in our Constitution. But I said very importantly that we'll do it again within the next 30 days, and we'll make it.
It's the birdie daddy. I'll do it again.
Bigger and better and even nicer. So I just want to thank everybody that was involved.
What's up?
He definitely knows Birdman.
I also want to thank the press, the media, You've been very responsible in your coverage. I will say I've been seeing what.
Whoa! Did you hear that?
Oh.
Dang, Trump's a brand new man right now. He's even loving the media right now.
It's like fake news, fake news.
He's got a little tear in his eye right now, right? He's feeling generous
Yeah,
because
he's happy.
he feels like his life is in danger and he survived. He's like, oh, even the news covered it so great.
It's been out. You've been very responsible. I want to thank everybody that was involved. I also want to thank the press, the media. You've been very responsible in your coverage. I will say I've been seeing what's been out. You've been very responsible. So, Todd Blanche, I'd like to say a few words. I know we're
The
going
only reason is because there's nothing bad about you to say about this. That's why he loves it. There's nothing bad to say about Trump. You've been very responsible covering this. Yeah, the only news is there was a gunman. What the fuck can they say? Oh, man, it's beautiful.
have cash, and then you're going to go on. We can ask. I guess we can take a couple of questions. I want to thank the First Lady for that was a
I heard someone say Cash App Patel.
rather traumatic experience for her. There was a lot of action taking place up there very quickly, but again, the response time was really incredible. And we're going to reschedule. We're going to do it again. We're not going to let anybody take over our society. We're not going to cancel things out because we can't do that. We wanted to stay tonight. I will tell you, I fought like hell to stay, but they it was protocol. They said, "Please, sir," because they didn't know there was a lot of action going on, and they didn't know could there be probably a lone shooter, but we'll find out. We'll find out very quickly. They have it very well under control. So I want to thank everybody very much. And Todd Blanche, please.
Wait till Esna gets a hold of this. It's good. I thought it was like Ocean's 11.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Tonight you saw the very worst and the very best of this country. You saw the very worst.
Did we?
All right, so let's give a quick breakdown of what went on tonight, Logan. Just so that anybody that just joined can know what we're talking about.
I bet. So Trump was at this White House Correspondents' dinner. Again, I've heard the name, but I don't know what they actually do there. I guess we could look that up. I don't think anyone really gives a fuck. Anyway, they're at the White House Correspondents' dinner. All the big people of the cabinet and a bunch of politicians and news, everyone that's important in the Washington D.C. is there. And it's not at the White House. It's at the Washington Hilton. And a gunman runs past Secret Service. Initially, he like darts by him pretty
With a
fast.
shotgun?
With a shotgun and a handgun
Glock.
and knives. And they exchange shots. The gunman doesn't get shot. One member of law enforcement gets shot, but they get shot in a bulletproof vest. They apprehend the gunman. It's unclear if he just put his hands up, if they tackled him. It's unclear how. But
they got it done.
Nobody died. And that's about it. And then, like, within an hour of this all happening, this news conference that we're watching with Trump happened. And it's pretty much where we are. There's not a lot of details that are known. The gunman is from California. To this point, our knowledge is that he acted alone. What else? Anything else you want to add, Joey, that I missed, or opinions?
No, I think that was pretty much it. And they practice for this every day. And
Yeah.
we're never going to let something like that happen to a president.
Did they say that?
Oh, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yes.
They're never going to let that happen again. It's like, okay, well, I mean.
Well, no, they said they practice for it every day, but I'm sure it's going to keep happening until he gets his ballroom built.
Yeah. Someone's like, yeah, we need the ballroom. This is why we need the ballroom. Yeah, yeah. Other than
but it is crazy. It is crazy how many presidents have been assassinated. I think it's been like 6, 7.
Yeah, boy. Google it.
Trump.
How many have been assassinated?
For sure.
Are you talking about attempts or actually killed?
No, actually killed. Like, there's Abraham Lincoln. And then there's
JFK.
another one for sure. JFK. I think,
Abraham Lincoln, James Garfield, William McKinley, JFK, Ronald Reagan. Well, I didn't know Reagan was assassinated. Did you?
So that's No, I didn't either. Are you sure that could be AI messing it up? Is that like his dad or something?
It says 4 sitting U.S. presidents have been killed, and then it names more than 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, and Trump, if he were to be assassinated, he'd be like.
Oh,
6.
Ronald Reagan said it was wounded but not killed.
I think they shot him in the arm or something.
So Abe Lincoln, James Garfield, William McKinley, and Kennedy were killed, and Reagan was. It just says wounded in an assassination attempt and survived. So 5 have been had, but Reagan survived. I didn't know that about Reagan. Okay, so there may have been other attempts, but I guess maybe it would probably list them. So I would say would be the 6th.
By the actions of that coward.
Dang, Joey was right.
Crazy.
The president just talked about. But you also saw the very best, because you saw law enforcement do exactly what they're supposed to do. And you'll see the videos come out, I expect, very shortly, and you'll see law enforcement do exactly what we want them to do. And so I echo what what President Trump just said, that we are extraordinarily grateful and appreciative of the men and women of law enforcement that did their jobs tonight, including one who was injured. This investigation is ongoing. I expect you will see charges filed shortly. The charges should be self-evident given the conduct, but as you'll hear, there will be multiple charges surrounding the shooting, around the possession of firearms, and anything else that we can get on this guy. The investigation is obviously ongoing and just started.
They're definitely going to hit him with max charges on everything.
Oh, yeah.
As we speak, Director Patel and I were just on the crime scene a short while ago, and everybody in this room should rest assured that the Metropolitan Police Department, the FBI, Secret Service, everybody's on the scene doing their job. I know that the police chief is going to give an update from the scene as soon as we're finished here.
Imagine that live.
And I obviously
like just showing up and like, all right, give me the breakdown.
Yeah.
What's going on? Like, what can we do? What paperwork we need to fill out? I mean, it's crazy.
will lead the details of what they have learned to him. But in the meantime, I just want to thank everybody in this room for the courage, and I want to thank President Trump for his words. And I promise you, justice will be served. Thank you, Director Patel.
Thank you, General. Thank you, Mr. President. The President's absolutely right. You saw the best resolve of American law enforcement because you, Mr. President, inspire them 24/7, 365. You give them the resources that they need, and they know that you have their back. And that is a changing dynamic in this country, and that's why you saw brave Secret Service agents respond immediately, swiftly.
He knows his job is on the line, right?
Yeah.
He's like, goddamn, I gotta say something good here.
Subdue and take down the suspect and safeguard the lives of thousands of individuals at that hotel. Thanks to our interagency partnership with the Department of Homeland Security and the Metropolitan Police Department, the FBI was rapidly deployed onto the scene, took over the evidence response unit, is examining all the ballistics that were found on scene to include the long gun and the shell casings. We are conducting witness interviews as we speak. You will hear from our team on the scene there with the mayor and the head of the FBI field division there. But please know what the Attorney General has just said reigns no truer. You saw the very best of America tonight. The very best unite us at a time of uncertainty because we have leadership here with the President and the Vice President that backs...
Cash, frankly, I haven't heard you speak this well in months.
Law enforcement
he's definitely, like, sober.
He's like, all right, I'm taking a fucking Adderall off of this one. Game on, baby.
He's like, I'm up all night. Yeah.
He's like, I'm not losing my job that easy. Cash really whipped it into shape. I was thinking about firing him. But when that gunman came,
he really stepped up.
He said everything I wanted him to say. I couldn't have made him say it any better.
No, he said everything I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
The men and women that I shook their hands on
the
scene today could not have been prouder to show up on scene. And as the Attorney General said,
son.
yeah. My son.
I mean, fuck.
Make no mistake, we are conducting witness interviews. If you have any information whatsoever related to this event, 1-800-CALL-FBI. 1-800-CALL-FBI. No piece of
1-800-CALL-FBI.
information is too small.
call
No
him.
piece of information is
Yeah.
inadequate. We will evaluate it all. We will also be
But yeah, I
conducting
saw
interviews
it
of those that
all
were
go
there.
down live.
Live from the living room.
And if any of those individuals have information, please come forward to law
I think that
enforcement
guy
or the
trying to
FBI.
kill Trump was a bad guy. Just fucking hang up.
The Metropolitan Police Department. We will be examining this individual's background thoroughly. That process has already started, and we are going to ensure that he was either a lone wolf actor or anyone else that was responsible. We will analyze all evidence immediately to make sure that we safeguard this country.
Madam Chairman, I just want to say you did a fantastic job. What a beautiful evening, and we're going to reschedule. Okay. And after that, it's very tough for her to ask a killer question, right? But you have done a fantastic job. Please.
Mr. President, I appreciate it. As you mentioned, it all happened so quickly.
Yeah.
And I wonder, especially because unfortunately you have experience with these sorts of threats, in that moment when you realized there was a threat and service agents were telling us to get down, can you describe what was going through your mind, how you were feeling in that moment?
That's a very good question, actually. It's always shocking when something like this happens. Happened to me a little bit, and that never changes. The fact we were sitting right next to each other, the First Lady on my right, and I heard a noise and sort of thought it was a tray. I thought it was a tray going down. I've heard that many times, and it was a pretty loud noise. And it was from quite far away. He hadn't breached the area at all. They really got him. But so it was quite far away, but it was a gun. And some people really understood that pretty quickly. Other people didn't. I was
you're one of the
watching
ones that
to see
didn't. You were one of the ones that was dumbfounded.
what was happening. Probably should have gone down even faster. Melania was very cognizant, I think, of what happened. I think she knew immediately what happened. She was saying, "That's a bad noise."
Screw you, Donald. I'm getting down now.
And we were whisked away along with other people, but we were really whisked away. And again, the performance of the Secret Service and the police, all of the law enforcement, I thought was really good. So it was very quick. There wasn't a lot of time to be thinking because it was a matter of seconds before we were out the door and gone into an area. We very much, and you wanted to too, we very much wanted to continue it because I don't like to let these sick people, these thugs, these horrible, horrible people change the fabric of our life, change the course of what we do. So we held out. You were there. We held out right till the end, but they didn't want to take a chance, and I understand there was protocol. But we're going to be doing one hopefully within the next 30 days or sooner, and I am ready, willing, and able. And I was all set to really rip it. And I said,
"What the fuck does that mean? What were you gonna rip?" You have a
ready to
speech
rip
every
his
week.
fucking Glock out of his. He's got a fucking Glock in his pants. That's what he's trying to tell y'all.
He was ready to rip one out on her, right? I was ready to let it rip.
Yeah,
It's like, dude, you
fucking. He's ready to fucking bust out a Beyblade. Save the world.
but we're going to be doing one hopefully within the
Have
next
you seen the
30
Beyblade
days or
show?
sooner.
The
And
Beyblade show?
Nah, I don't. Maybe way back in the day. I had
Someone
Beyblades
should
back
clip.
in the day.
Someone should clip Trump like ready to
Let it rip.
and then shows like a Beyblade. Well, one season they had like tanks and like American guns and shit
The hell?
representing the Beyblades. And they like rip it, and then it goes, and then it shows like a force,
A
like
hologram
Beyblades
over
going
it?
against a force,
Yeah.
like an army. Yeah, that'd be
good.
funny.
I am ready, willing, and able. And I was all set to really rip it. And I said to my people, this would be the most inappropriate speech ever made if I said one. So I'll have to save it. I don't know if I could ever be as rough as I was going to be tonight. I think I'm going to be probably very,
He's crooked.
very nice. I'll be very boring the next time, but we're going to have a great event. And you did a fantastic job. Thank you very much. Peter, go ahead.
Thank you, President Trump. There's a report in the New York Post.
He loves this guy. That's one of his favorite little pets.
That this
It's crazy this guy's our
assailant,
president.
Huh?
It's crazy that this guy is our president.
assembled his weapon somewhere on site at the hotel. What do you think about that? And I ask respectfully, why do you think this keeps happening to you?
Well, you know.
Well, because I set it up.
Well.
We gotta galvanize support,
I've
Peter.
ever seen. Many people were threatened.
We gotta bring the people
He
together.
can take it where. He can take it wherever.
I've studied
he wants.
assassinations, and I must tell you, the most impactful people, the people that do the most. You take a look at the people, Abraham Lincoln. I mean, you go through the people that have gone through this, where they got them. But the people that do the most, the people that make the biggest impact, they're the ones that they go after. They don't go after the ones that don't do much because they like it that way. And when you look at the people that have either, whether it was an attempt or a successful attempt, they're very impactful people. Just take a look at the names here, the big names. And I hate to say I'm honored by that, but I've done a lot. We've done a lot. We've taken this country, and we were a laughingstock for years, and now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. We've changed this country.
By the way, when he keeps saying we're the hottest country, who says that? Who would say that? That's what a faggot would say. Tell me the last time you got something you really liked and you called it the hottest.
Yeah, never.
Yeah, that is gay as fuck. The best. You could say, I mean, that's obvious and like plain, but it's like no one would say it's the hottest. It's the hottest country. It's like, okay, dude, that is so YMCA, bro.
And there are a lot of people that are not happy about that. So I think that's the answer, Peter.
And after Butler, your team for a while rethought outdoor events.
Yeah.
Do you think that you now need to?
If Trump was so great and he was making this country so fucking great, no one would want to kill him. Everyone would be loving it. Remember what he said, but right a week before we started the war in Iraq? We're winning so much. People can't take it. They tell me, no more winning. And I say, no, you're going to win even more. It's like if we were all just making so much money that we couldn't take it and everyone was getting along and there was no problems and everything was so great, we wouldn't be at each other's throats and there wouldn't be a lot of people that were so sick of you and a few of the crazy nuts that are trying to kill you. That wouldn't be happening if everything was just great.
You think
No, well, but then you just don't do events. No, I can't do that. I have to, it is what it is. We have to do it. The room was very, very secure. You know, he charged from 50 yards away, so he was very far away from the room.
And what do you think when you saw the video of how fast he was running?
He was moving. He was really moving. And the reaction time was great. Boy, those guys, they had their guns drawn literally by the time he was there. They were shooting. That's right. I thought they were very impressive.
How come? But none of them hit him. They have stormtrooper aim.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
Oh, man.
I thought they were very impressive. And if I didn't, I'd let you know. You know, I'm not going to be, I would not stand for that. No, I thought they were very impressive.
Thank you, President Trump, and thank you for updating us on the suspect earlier. Were you aware of any threats? Was your team aware of any threats beforehand? And do you believe you were the target of this tonight?
I guess. I mean, these people, they're crazy. They're crazy. And, you know, you never know.
Who are these people? I guess just the people that choose to try to kill him?
It's very far away from me. I'd go through a lot. You know, we had resources all over. We had resources sitting at tables, literally in disguise, sitting maybe at your table, who knows? But we had people all over the room, so he had a long way to go. That was really a first line of defense, and they got him. And they really, you know, they acted incredibly. No, we've had no, there was no notification. We had no idea. Go ahead,
Do you know
Kevin.
any political motivations from this?
Well, you never know. Now, we'll be able to tell you that maybe by tomorrow or the next day. You know, he's in custody, and they're asking him a lot of questions. I guess they're going over, Todd, and they're already at his apartment. He lives in California.
Yes, sir.
And they're over there, so they'll be able to tell you. Thank you, Caitlin.
President Trump, did the suspect say anything, or was he wearing anything that would allege some type of motive here?
Nothing, no, I mean, he was a guy who looked pretty evil when he was down. You know, they had him down. He was fighting hard. He was, in my opinion, a sick person. Who would do that but a sick person? But I think you're going to find everything about him. No reason to talk about it now. But tomorrow at this time, long before this time, you're going to know a lot.
You know, he's a sick person because he wanted to run in there and kill some people, but we're killing thousands of people every day in a war overseas. So who would want to do that but a sick person?
I mean, you know,
If they don't
that-
cooperate,
that-
I'll just bomb the hell out of them.
Yeah, you know they're killing like children over there, right?
Yeah. Tuesday will be Factory Day and Bridge Day, and all. It's just like you're just talking about innocent life like it's nothing. What kind of person would say
You know,
that?
like,
Except a sick person.
Killing children is like a necessary sacrifice in war, and we're currently in war right now.
Yeah. It's
They
not
just
good.
leaked a conversation between a high classified government individual and him talking about the war going on overseas and stuff. And yeah, it's just pretty gruesome.
Yeah. You think he gives a fuck about that?
No, he cares
When
about
I killed
stuff,
thousands of people overseas in the garbage countries, I don't care. But when someone tries to kill me, it's a big no-no. I gotta go get McDonald's tonight, and I can't afford to die yet.
Dude, I was craving McDonald's like
Uh-huh.
fucking bad today. I was craving McDonald's bad today.
Joey.
Hot and spices go hard.
Oh my god.
Those fries from McDonald's can last years. They do
There's
not
nothing
mold.
wrong with having a greasy cheeseburger and fries every now and then, but like to your point, you can set McDonald's out on the counter and it doesn't go bad. At least get like literally any other fast food is better than McDonald's. It's like the lowest of the low.
Like Whataburger.
Yeah. Like again, that's not healthy, but it's at least not McDonald's. McDonald's is like the worst. But anyway, you know.
Things about him. He was on, they seem to think.
Hamburgers. Have you seen the commercials?
What, McDonald's?
They have $2.50 burgers. I'm like, bro, they used to be $1.
Well, yeah, everything's gone up.
He was a lone wolf, and I feel that too.
Are you concerned about U.S. Secret Service protection ability? We saw several of the detailees take minutes to be escorted out the room.
No, they acted very quickly. No, I was very impressed by Secret Service. I mean, I'm the one, and Mark Wayne, you would agree with that, I think. I'm the one that would complain. You don't have to complain for me. I would be complaining. I'd be up here right now saying they didn't do their job. Oh, believe me, because, you know, it's my life. And I want to live because I want to.
I would have been complaining, believe me, because it's my life.
That would complain. You don't have to complain for me. I would be complaining. I'd be up here right now saying they didn't do their job. Oh, believe me, because, you know, it's my life. And I want to live because I want to make this country great. That's why I want.
Oh, I was mocking him saying something like that a minute ago, and he said it.
Live. But when you're impactful, they go after you. When you're not impactful, they leave you alone. Okay, a couple of more.
Oh yeah, he's some big hero.
A couple of more.
He gotta take you out before you save the world.
Go ahead, please.
I mean, Sleepy Joe, he's didn't do none of this. He's basically calling out Sleepy Joe and that.
Yeah.
How come they never tried to kill Joe Biden?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
To the war in Iran.
I don't think so, but you never know. We're going to know a lot. We have the best people in the world working on it, and we're going to know a lot. Please.
Mr. President, there's a lot. You, as well as some of us who have covered Butler, experienced another horrific day 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What felt similar? You know, you had the First Lady with you today. What felt different? And
This guy in the front row is quirky right there, and he is
you
loving
have
it.
another 2+ years in office. Are you concerned about something like this happening
Well, I
again?
can't be concerned. I can only get great people. They did the job, in my opinion, a much better job than Butler. Butler had one weak spot that we all know about. Somebody should have been up there.
No, Butler had many weak spots. It's been covered by many people as well. Butler was terrible.
But even Butler, we had our sniper on our side within 4.2 seconds from a distance of about 400 yards, one shot, and he was gone. And if he didn't do it, now, you know, he's David. His name was David. I say, hello, David, every time I see him. David, I like you very much, David. But think of that. Now, if he doesn't hit him, and he hit him right between the eyes from 400 yards without any notice.
Without any notice. Dude, they were looking at the guy for 40 seconds before he shot at you. They had plenty of notice.
And they let him shoot at you.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Nobody knew. He heard a sound.
People knew.
He looked over, and there was actually a tree that was somewhat in his way. You know the story very well. And
There was a tree that was in his way. This dude's coming up with all kinds of lies.
He aimed.
Oh, big surprise with that, right?
He fired. And if he didn't do that,
I don't know. There's a
beyond
street
me, you
in
would have
way.
had a lot more people killed.
There wasn't.
Lost one great person and 2 people very badly hurt. They're okay now. But no, that was so. In a sense, you know, that was pretty amazing the job they did. But they did have that one weak spot, as you know. They should have had that covered.
No, there's many weak spots. Many weak spots.
Tonight they had everything covered very quickly, and he was fast.
They saw that guy with a rangefinder hours before. They didn't apprehend him. People saw him minutes before that were shouting it out and putting on social media. Nothing happened. The FBI and everything saw him up to 40 seconds before on the roof with a rifle. Nothing happened. It's like, no, they dropped the ball in several areas. Their communications between the feds and the local authorities, they didn't have radios to communicate between each other, and that was part of the breakdown. It's like y'all basically had a dildo up your fucking ass, Barney Fife style. It wasn't one breakdown. It was major, multiple layers of breakdowns for that to happen. And if the guy would have had according to the official story, if that guy would have just had the bullet 2 or 3 inches to the right, you would be dead. So that's major failure. That if that guy wouldn't have just smoked the shot, or you wouldn't have turned your head, according to you, you would be dead. They failed big time. Big time.
Like they were the Charlie Kirk guy.
Yeah, that one's weird too. I didn't study that one quite as much as I did the original Trump one, but I really at the time watched a bunch of videos of news reportings and testimonies but
that's what happens when you're sitting down. Like when you're sitting down, you're more open to fire. When you're standing up and giving a speech, you move around a bit more. You move your hands. You move your head a lot. Like
maybe, yeah. Huh.
So I mean,
yeah,
you're way more of a harder target. But
yeah.
I
wonder if the guy for Kirk was closer or not. You know what I mean? Because that can affect it too.
Yeah.
But anyway,
he was running full blast, and they got him before they got any further. I was very far away. You know, he hadn't anywhere close to breach the doors of the ballroom. The ballroom was sealed, and everybody in there. That's why once those doors opened, they didn't want to do tonight. If the doors weren't opened, we could have probably done it tonight. But I think we're much better off rescheduling. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, for you and perhaps law enforcement as well, what is the level of confidence that this was a lone actor, and has the suspect made any statements to police while in custody?
Yeah, I think it's just it's my profession. We have great professionals up here and outside that have been working with us.
Your profession's on law enforcement. You now a detective and a cop or something too?
An actor, and has the suspect made any statements to police while in custody?
Yeah,
He's like, yeah, I'm educated.
Yeah.
I think it's just it's my profession. We have great professionals up here and outside that have been working with us. My impression is he was a lone wolf, whack job. These are crazy people. These are crazy people, and they have to be dealt with. We had that in the second attempt, as you know, and he's spending life in prison. Because if you let him out, they'll probably, if he serves 10 years or 15 years, you let him out, he'll probably try it again with somebody else. They're sick people. We have a lot of sick people. But you're going to know, I think very shortly, you're going to know, Todd, a lot about him. You're going to know a lot about him. Yeah, a couple of more.
We have a lot of sick people.
Yeah, please, go ahead.
I wonder what that's about. We have a lot of sick people.
I mean, like he's referencing Epstein and shit.
Nah, I'm sure you're just talking about crazy people. It's like that's kind of not good.
Concerned about
political crazy people.
Violence. This could be politically motivated.
All violence. I'm concerned about everything.
What's up?
We do have a lot of crazy people.
Huh? Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. What percentage of people would you say are like actually crazy, like schizo or like crazy? Like there's no reasoning with them at all. Like they're legitimately like gonzo, like crazy. There's not that many people like that.
Oh, okay. Well, like schizo or bipolar, I'd definitely say like 1 in fucking 20 friends.
What the
Maybe
fuck?
even less. Yeah.
It's not 1 in 20 people that are that way though. But,
yeah, like that's obviously like above.
Yeah.
I would say
just
like
wonder what he means when he says we have a lot of crazy people.
I mean, if you look at the stats, probably Google that right now, Jamie.
He's probably talking about people that don't agree with him, as in crazy.
I mean, he probably knows the stats of like why people act the way they do or whatever.
Yeah. I like how
He
they're
has
all
all
wearing
the
bow ties. It's like a Bond movie or Ocean's 11 or something.
Look, but I can't be so concerned that you can't function. No, I'm here. It's a dangerous profession. You know, I tell the story. Race car drivers, I think it's very dangerous. So if you take 1% and then take about 10% of 1%, just to break it down very easily, they die. So much less than 1%, 10% of 1%. I think bull riding is very dangerous. If you take about the same 10% of 1%, much less than 1%, but if you take presidents, it's 5.8%, and about 8% are shot at. So nobody told me this was such a dangerous profession. If Marco would have told me, maybe I wouldn't have run. Maybe I would have said, I'll take a pass. No, it's a dangerous profession, but I don't view it that way. Look, I'm here to do a job. As part of the
I
job.
think he's a bad man, right?
It is a dangerous. I can't imagine that there's any profession that's more dangerous.
No, there definitely are.
But I love the country, and I'm very proud. I'm very proud of the job we've done. You see what's happened. We have a great country. We've got, I think, the most successful, the hottest country anywhere in the world. This happened over a period of just a year, and we're going to do great things. But with that come risks. There's no question about it. Yeah.
I mean, there's been so much political violence, not just.
There's literally no way you could take a country from not being a top country measurable in any way to the top in 1 year. That's like literally impossible. Especially when he said before, when Biden was in, we were one of the worst. We were terrible at this. We were terrible at border security. We were terrible on foreign affairs. We were terrible. We were getting worked on all the tariffs. We can't just be terrible in all these really important metrics and then be the best just like that. That's not how. That's like impossible.
Aimed at yourself, but at other members of Congress.
You're saying we were already the
State
best.
House.
Huh?
You're saying we were already the best, and Biden was letting people.
Well, it's one or the other. Either we're somewhere in the middle, or we're still really bad, or we were pretty good the whole time, or something. But it's like to just say that we went from like the worst to the best on so many things so quickly. It's like, dude, that's not how things work. We're the hottest country now. Like, if our economy is producing good, valuable goods that are trading to other countries, that doesn't just drastically change because Trump or Biden are in office. You know, like, the work ethic of people here in this country doesn't change because one of them are in office. The fact that we, like, this is kind of a little bit off topic, but, like, the fact that, like, it's because of, there's a bunch of reasons for this, but it's a lot harder to buy a house now than it was 15 or 20 years ago. And it's basically impossible for this generation of people to buy a house. It's not impossible, but it's just like way harder than it used to be. And the dream of everyone owning their own home is kind of like gone. Like, it can still happen, but we all know that it's a lot harder. But so, like, things like that don't just change overnight. You know what I mean? I don't know. We're the hottest country. All of a sudden, it's like, I don't know about that.
Speakers, you name it. Is that just the cost of doing business?
All these crazy people that he's supposed to send in this country, did that happen overnight? Like, is that part of us being the hottest country, too? All the crazy people that he says that are here?
To do politics in America anymore?
Yeah, well,
what does that say about our country?
We're not the only country. You look at, there's great violence with all countries. I was talking to somebody from another country today, and they have numerous assassinations of political figures all over the world. You look at South America, it's like some of the numbers
we
are just horrific.
a few political leaders, and we've captured a few political leaders.
Yeah. And the countries he's mentioning are like third world countries that are poor that he calls shit countries. So none of like other, like there's other countries that are very peaceful and they like never fight.
It's dangerous stuff, whether it's here or someplace else. No country is immune. No country. Good question.
Turn that temperature down at this point?
Well, probably if I decided to just not do much, you know, if I let everybody rip us off and take advantage of us. Look, we're leading the world in trade now.
I'm not going to let them rip me off. I'm going to rip the Beyblade.
I'm going to rip it.
Yeah. He's crooked, right? How much more of this do you want?
I'm pretty much good on that.
Very good. Well,
You should put scientists leaked nuclear secrets. See what pops up. What's up all the UFO people being killed? All
no,
the
I
fucking
knew you were gonna
scientists.
say that.
Sick.
Scientist leaks what?
Nuclear and female. What's it showing, Jamie? Oh wait, right there. I think it's that one. That one right there. Go up. That one.
That?
U.S. nuclear scientist. No, down. One more.
This?
U.S. nuke scientist leaks.
Trump's sensational Iran
Yeah.
plan. Are you talking about that? I think it was the one you're thinking of might have been UFO.
No. It was that video with that guy.
I'll pull it up. Hold on.
Yeah, the UFO
In
guys.
what could be a major proof of Washington's game plan for Iran, a sensational sting operation on a nuclear scientist has raised serious concerns in the U.S. Andrew Hugg, seen in an undercover video speaking to a journalist, claims to bear sensitive information on U.S. plans to kill Iran's supreme leader, among other things. The Times of India cannot independently verify the authenticity of the video, but the contents are shocking and could shake up the existing equations in an already fragile ceasefire. The video was released by activist James O'Keefe, known for running undercover operations through his media platform. In the video, Hugg allegedly suggests that Iran's top leadership could be a target if certain conditions are not met. This comes at a time when tensions between Washington and Tehran are already high. Any suggestion of targeting political leadership is extremely serious. Hugg is heard acknowledging that U.S. strikes may have resulted in the deaths of children, describing it as collateral damage. According to O'Keefe, Hugg is a branch chief responsible for nuclear and chemical surety. That means his role is to ensure that weapons are secure and that only reliable personnel have access to them. In the footage, Hugg appears to describe exactly that responsibility. He says his job is to make sure no unstable individuals get access to such systems. That line in isolation sounds reassuring, but the context in which it is said raises deeper concerns, because it is being said in a public space to someone he does not know and on camera. One of the most serious parts of the controversy lies in the claims attributed to Hugg during that conversation. He is heard suggesting that the United States still has access to nerve agents. He describes their effects in stark terms. He also mentions an alleged incident involving a lab chemist who was exposed due to negligence. These claims, if accurate, touch on highly sensitive areas of chemical weapons policy.
Imagine like they drop a bomb and it's a nuclear bomb, but it's only attacks your nerves. Doesn't fuck with the environment. It doesn't fucking do like any harm long term, but like the people in that area for like 5-6 months, if you enter there, you're fucked. Like your brain just melts. That'd be crazy, right?
Yeah. Huh.
But yeah, this guy basically blabbed to this female at the bar, which was an undercover journalist.
Huh.
Ton of secrets, bunch of bullshit. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah,
Hugg
that was
is
like
also
an AI. It's
What's
like an
up?
AI voice or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
And Asmongold was like, we should have like a prostitution ring in the U.S. government to like talk to these people and like train them to like avoid shit like this.
Huh.
I mean, how do these guys fall for temptation like so quick?
I don't know. You don't think they wanted that stuff to get out?
You could be right there.
What secret did he even reveal that was that crazy anyway?
Just like the shit that was going on in the background.
But if you
I
were
mean, we've been killing, like their leaders and shit. So like that's
I
why
know
I'm
if you've been tuned into the people that I watch, this is like the stuff they've already been predicting would probably happen. Not because they actually knew for sure, but they're just watching like what's going on and predicting based off of, you know,
context clues.
Yeah. It's like, dude, if that guy would have really leaked something that crazy, they would have killed him and the chick he was.
The journalist.
Come on, bro.
But also, what's up with all these UFO scientists killing themselves?
I don't know, man. You know how I think about UFOs. It's just something they want to come out.
Like demons.
Yeah. I don't know what they're waiting on. It's why they're. I felt like it's weird. A couple years ago, they were really ramping it up, and then they kind of just chilled on it. I feel like they know they can only push so hard at one time. You know, they gotta like do it in waves.
Baby steps.
Yeah. But well, I'm good to end it off there. It's midnight.
Same here, man. It's been a good stream.
Yeah.
Got a lot done.
Got a lot done. Yeah, it was good to cover it the night of and just give our quick opinion. There might be more stuff that drops, but it's interesting. It's, you know, I don't know. Another Trump assassination attempt, allegedly, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be all over the news tomorrow. I mean, it already is, but.
Yeah.
It's like, this is going to be the next talk of the town for the next few days on your AI fucking platform.
We'll see if there's a narrative or if it just kind of not really, but I'd be very surprised if there's not some thing, you know. But you know, with all the other shooters, there really wasn't, so it could not be. But we'll see. I guess we'll wait and find out.
All right, guys, it's been Mr. Joe Games, Joy Flex. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, I was gonna ramble a little more, but yeah, I think I wasn't gonna say anything too crazy. So yeah, we'll see. We'll be back here live if anything else major happens, or maybe later this week if it's calm, we can just do a catch up on some other stuff that's been going on. It's been hectic with the war, but there's actually some other little stuff bubbling and kind of pop culture stuff to actually talk about and stuff. So I think Drake might be dropping an album soon, so that's something to look forward to. And maybe we'll talk about some other stuff like that that's not so political and doom and gloom with the war and all that. So we'll see y'all back here soon. I appreciate anyone who tuned in or watches the rebroadcast. Y'all let me know what y'all thought of the, I guess, gunman at the Correspondents dinner. And if y'all were aware of it the night of, or if not really, if you were kind of unaware doing other things on Saturday night. Yeah, because for me, it interrupted the NBA playoff game, which was an interesting little side twist. But yeah, we'll be back here soon. I appreciate Mr. Joe Games for tuning in and giving his input. And we should have some music dropping soon. We got a bunch of songs kind of loading, so y'all be on the lookout for that. And we'll see y'all back here soon. I'm LG from Where the Smoke. I'm out.
Peace.